Hello everyone, and welcome to the guide on how to parry on reaction. So a lot of people think like parry is like a gamble, right? It's like a 50-50 you need to take, but there are some scenarios where it doesn't need to be a 50-50, where you can actually parry on reaction. So like if I'm next to the bot like this, and I think like, oh, he's gonna release, and fuck, I get ult checked. I took the 50-50 and I lost the gamble. And a lot of people think this is the combat of Naraka, right? They think like it's just gambling, but it's not. There are like quite some scenarios where you can force a parry on reaction. So one of the most common parries on reaction, maybe you might know this one, is when you have the great swords and it does the focus R&B. You tap dodge the first hit, and then you parry the second hit. So this is like prime example, the most easiest one of parry on reaction, right? You see the blue and you parry it on reaction. That's like prime example. But you have a lot of different parries that you can, a lot of different blue focuses that you can also parry on reaction. So I'm gonna go over most of them. I'm not gonna cover all of them, but I will just cover most of them and how to do it. And the main trick is first to be in the right spacing. So this spacing where I'm currently at, this is what we call the mid-range. Yeah, like this is close range, this is like the mid-range. And if we are at the mid-range, we can walk into the blue focus when we see it and then parry it on reaction. Not all weapons can do this. For this example, I will utilize the whip sword. Why whip sword? Because when you walk forward and you hold R&B, you slide forward, and when you parry, you go also a little bit forward, so you can slide into blue focuses more easily. So let's go back to the dual blades that we saw at the start, where we were complaining about like the 50-50, right? So I think I put it on 4. Yes, I did. So instead of like hugging the enemy, we are running on the mid range, basically like this, right? You see the blue. See it releasing, we walk into it. How do we walk into it? We hold R&B, and then we press quick counter. Hold arm, again. Hold R&B, press quick counter. Like that. This is the bread and butter of reaction parry on the mid-range. So this is dual blades, let's go with another one. From top to bottom, let's go with whip sword. Okay, so we can also do it versus whip sword. We can do it like this, like we saw previously, from like long range, right? But we can also do it from close range, by dodging in the back of the enemy at the right time, and then doing the same concept. Like that. Now this one can be a bit annoying to do, because it requires really precise timing. As you can see there, track me. There, I fucked up the army. There we go. See, it's not super easy to do versus this. Requires a little bit of practice. I guess. Okay, let's go to the next one. Longsword, you need to be like not on the mid range, but actually like the long range, I would say. Like from here, we can reaction parry it, but we don't even need to run. We can just see the focus coming and press the parry. You need to be like on a huge range if you want to do it versus Longsword. Oops, let's go with Katana. Katana is actually interesting because with this one you need to be really fast if you want to do this properly. Like I put it on 2 focus now, like on the second stage focus, so you can be less fast, but if it's like only the first stage, the blue frames won't be active this long as this right now. So if I put it like on, let's see, let's say this one, you need to be really fast. See, there I was too slow. There we go. Okay, that's Katana. Let's go with Spear. Spear, actually, you can parry this one on reaction, but it's like really difficult. But like, there we go. Like if you see the release, like there I see the release, and then you can just parry it on reaction. As you can see, I was almost too late there. This one is not that easy to do. See, like if you do it like this, it's not that easy. Like if you go in, walk backwards, and then walk back in, which is what you usually want to do, it's not that easy. See how I was almost too late? Okay, next one. Let's go with actually Dagger Focus LMB. This is actually one of the hardest, I would say. This one is like almost impossible, but it is doable. But like, it is really hard. Like you need to be insanely locked in to do the Dagger Focus LMB on reaction. Like this one is on reaction, where you can see it's on reaction because this guy is already all the way up, and then I parry it. You know, I parry it at like the last few frames I can. But it's really hard to do an extra match. This one. Like that was not reaction. So yeah, this one I usually don't recommend to do on reaction because it will most likely fail. Nunchuck. Actually, this one you can parry on reaction, but it's like same with that. It's like insanely hard. It's insanely hard to do. You need to be on like perfect mid range and like insanely locked in. Like that. But like I would never parry this. Almost never parry this on reaction extra match. It's not really worth it. You can parry the focus LMB. You can tap dodge like the first one and then parry on reaction the second one, but a lot of people will turn around the second one or grapple cancel the second one, so it's also not that much worth it. Dual blades I just showed previously. Staff, army. This army is easier to parry than the spear LMB. You can just walk into it when you see the animation. As soon as you see the first one, you can walk in to parry the second one. I see the first one, I walk in and parry the second one. See the first one, walk in, parry the second one. Focus LMB is even easier. This is why staff is actually not that good in my opinion. Focus are just quite weak. I would say it's still better than spear probably. Yeah, just a lot of weapons that are better than it. There we go. Okay, let's see. Let's go with Polesword. Vertical strike. This one you can also parry on reaction. But it's... I wouldn't say it's hard, but it's not that common. It's not that common to resist anyways. I think you can even just parry this like when you're standing close. Yeah, see? Like you can just see the animation. But it's not super easy. Still need to be on range actually. Okay, Ken, thank you for the follow. I wouldn't recommend that much. I would recommend to just dodge this one and to parry this one on reaction. The focus LMB can parry on reaction by dodging the first one and parry the second one, but a lot of people will turn around the second one, so then it becomes harder. Wrong one. But yeah, in actual match people won't send the second one, they'll turn it around. Okay. Do halberds is like the same concept basically as well, actually most of it is the same concept, right? This is the same concept as like dual blades. Just walk into it with your army again, press the quick counter. It's on reaction. Okay. Fan. Fan has the same thing as with like Longsword and the staff. Like you can do it from the mid range, or you can do this one actually also from close range by hold dodging around your opponent. It's a bit risky to do this, but you can definitely do this. And from the mid range, Go in, go out, see the blue focus, parry it on reaction. Go to the side, you see the blue focus release, and then you can parry it on reaction once again. Make sure to hold RB, because as you can see, I was there like out of position because I wasn't holding RB properly. Okay. One thing you can also do with Fan, go with the horizontal one. On some weapons you can actually crouch under it. And then press... Okay, maybe not this weapon. Let's go with Katana. And then press parry on reaction when you see the release. Okay. Longswords, focus army. You see the first one, and then you can walk into the second one to parry it on reaction. See the first one, walk in, parry the second one on reaction. Now, I think like maybe like 20 players or something in Europe, they won't release unsafe focuses like this, because this is basically an unsafe focus if people are at a certain range, because they can always reaction parry it. But not a lot of people know this. But now you know it. Now you know it when someone is on the mid range to not release unsafe focuses like this. Okay. Fistblades, you can actually parry the focus army on reaction. But this one is once again quite hard. But it's like definitely doable. Like if you're at the mid range, going out, going back in, and then you see the release, then you can parry it on reaction. But I feel like you need to be like going in already if you want to parry this on reaction. It's definitely doable, and the focus LMB is just a lot easier to do. Because it's like multi-hit, right? But they can turn around the second part, so you need to be quick to already reaction parry the first part. There's an actual player. Oh, never mind, it won't. I just had missed time. You can also cross it up, like this. But first butt is a bit harder. The timings are a bit different than first player to cross it up. Like you need to be very late with the cross on the butt, while first player needs to be like earlier if you don't want the focus to track you. There we go. Okay, and then flying knives, especially the second stage focus LMB. It's especially easy to reaction parry because it's like multiple hits, right? So one, and then you go in and parry the two. So we see one, we go in for the second one. To the first one, go in to parry the second one. Go watch party. And then we have horizontal first focus. You can also parry this on reaction, but it's quite hard, and you need to be like on the long range, not the mid range. It's like Longsword, you know. There we go. Alright, that's it guys. If you made it all the way to here, it means you made it to the end, and I hope you learned something new. I will be live streaming on twitch.tv/sayxv. I actually also recorded this while live streaming, so if you want to catch stuff like this live, come check me out. I will try to stream like 3 to 4 times a week. So yeah, come check me out, and don't forget to follow me on Twitch, subscribe on YouTube, and smash that like button. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching, and see you guys next time.